Hey y'all, it's me, Copio2. With the recent release and success of Armored Core 6, thank you for bringing back that one, and the deserved attention it has brought back to the much starved mech genre, I wanted to take a moment to show y'all a hidden little gem of a mech game, the Riftbreaker. The Riftbreaker was released on October 14th, 2021 by Exor Studios and has a 91% score on Steam and a score of 85 from Metacritic. It's a hybrid game, blending fast-paced twin-stick shooter action, base building, tower defense, RTS elements, and resource management, with additional emphasis on exploration and environmental analysis. And unlike other games that try to blend multiple genres, the Riftbreaker actually pulls it off wonderfully. The premise of the game is you are a Riftbreaker, a person from far future Earth whose job it is to explore space and find planets that are capable of supporting human life. Upon finding one of these planets, the one in the game being designated Galatea 37, your job is to land on the planet and use the local resources to build a large portal, known as a rift, through which larger machinery can be teleported to the planet to begin colonization. In the game, you take on the role of Riftbreaker Ashley S. Nowak. But guess who doesn't think too highly of your plans? The massive amount of wild fauna populating the planet. The most striking feature of the Riftbreaker, at least to me, is the incredible combat which you're seeing playing here now. The wildlife doesn't like you, nor do they like your presence on their nice, quiet little planet. Enemies will attack en masse with massive hordes of angry wild animals, some small, some big, some explosive, flooding your screen all at once. We are talking literal hundreds of enemies on screen at times that are all trying to get close to you and take giant animal-sized bites out of your mech. It's easy enough to get surrounded and overwhelmed by enemies if you don't fight strategically. You've also got to worry about more than just yourself. Let your main headquarters get blown up and it's game over, buddy. The combat is a ton of fun and challenging, but not to the point of being frustrating, as there are multiple technology trees you can advance through to improve the offensive and defensive capabilities of your mech and turrets. Your mech, the AI-infused Mr. Riggs, is an absolute war machine. You can equip up to 6 different firearms, 3 on each arm at once, and switching between them is as simple as clicking your sticks. You can also unlock various special weapons, ranging from grenades to orbital bombardments by way of the tech trees. There is a great variety of weapons to choose from, as well as different turret types you can build to defend your bases and outposts. Another great thing about the game is there's always more than one way to approach a situation. You know where the major swarms will be coming from and how long it'll be until they reach your area, giving you sufficient time, generally, to preemptively, say, set up a minefield or build a turret battery in the area, or just get in there and hog all the action for yourself. Base building is reminiscent of good old StarCraft and Warcraft, with you needing certain resources to build certain structures, upgrades, weapons, etc. The interesting thing about Riftbreaker's RTS elements is the development of an entire economy to support your endeavors. Everything requires a steady supply of power as well, and it isn't until further into the game that you can build standalone power such as nuclear or fission generators. You're initially reliant on solar and wind power, with different biomes having positive or negative impact on the efficacy of them. Events in the game, such as solar windstorms, will occur regularly and have an effect on basic power generation. And materials are required to reproduce your ammo, which is finite, which will require you to set up mining operations on mineral nodes scattered throughout all the maps. These mining operations also have to be powered and protected from hostile wildlife, and the nodes are finite and will eventually run out, forcing you to find others or to find other means of producing or procuring resources. An especially interesting aspect of resource gathering in the Riftbreaker is your ability to set up operations in numerous areas. Over the course of the story, you'll travel to various parts of the planet, each one their own independent map, and you can set up bases and mining operations on each one. Now, these outposts still function even when you aren't present on that map, giving you their benefits without requiring you to be there to constantly defend them. Swarms will only show up on whatever map you're on. So, say you've built bases at map A and map B, and you're on map A, you don't have to worry about anything attacking map B while you're on map A. So, you still get all the benefits from them without, like I said, without having to constantly defend them. You'll eventually have to set up several outlier bases from your initial primary outpost, as certain resources are only available in certain biomes, and your ever growing structural demand will eventually require more materials to sustain than what you can find on a single map, anyways. Monster swarms will likely be far too large for you to take them on solo early on, as I'm sure you've been seeing in the footage, creating the need to have strong fortifications to fall back to when you get yourself into trouble, which you're absolutely going to do. There's a huge variety of defensive turrets to build, traps, walls. You can use the environment itself to funnel enemies, maneuver them to your advantage. You can also build platforms inside your bases that will allow you to shoot over your walls from complete and total safety. At least until the Horde bashes them down with an endless wall of angry meat. There is additional emphasis on exploration, as mineral nodes can be hidden far and wide across the often sizable maps, along with some other surprises. You can scan most all of the local flora and fauna. Scanning animals will eventually reveal their strengths and weaknesses to you, as well as giving you damage bonuses against them as you learn more and more about each species. Plant life can be scanned as well, giving you bonuses to, well, something I'm not going to spoil here. The plot is also interesting, with most of it being revealed through conversations between Ashley and Mr. Riggs. There's multiple endings based on your decisions in the game, with the outcome of some missions earlier in the game having an effect on what happens to you in the future. There are also two DLCs currently available for the game. Both of them blend seamlessly in with the regular storyline. Pacing's up to you. You can rush ahead through a few missions to get more areas open, to get you access to more materials sooner. You can chill and focus on building up a good solid outpost. You can spend as much time as needed to learn the mechanics of the game. The missions, including the DLC content, will sit and wait patiently for you to be ready to advance. Yet another great thing about this game is that it is almost completely bug free. An impressive feat for any modern game, and doubly so for a game coming from a smaller studio. I think the only problem I ever encountered was falling through the world one time, which I was able to easily recover from thanks to your being able to build no maintenance teleporters anywhere in the environment and being able to instantly teleport to them at any time from your map. This feature is also extremely useful during attacks, as enemies may approach from multiple directions at once, forcing you to contend with several battlefronts at once. And speaking of, let's go back to the combat, y'all, because that's where the game really shines. There's a huge variety of weapons: melee, ranged, ballistic, explosives, lasers and lightning guns, and more, with which to equip your mech, and another ton of special offensive defensive gear that can completely change how your mech functions in combat. There are also numerous movement skills that you can use to evade enemies or to aggress upon them, ranging from rushes that leave behind damage trails to outright teleporting in and out of them, as well as the option to use a dodge roll, something I know we've all been dying to see our great big old mechs do. The sheer amount of combat per inch that you will see on your screen is incredible. You'll revel in the glory as your entire screen explodes at once, and hordes of enraged beasts rush through your hell of gunfire with the intent of turning your hollowed out shell into a nice new summer nest. And as I said before, hordes will often attack from multiple directions, forcing you to look at what's going to be in their path, what's important to defend, and what you can live with being destroyed if you can't defend everything all at once, and forcing you to consistently analyze and improve your combat methods. Ammo is limited, with your max available amount and the rate at which it regenerates being determined by other structures that you've built. Weapons of a similar type, for example, Gatling guns and smaller machine guns, will draw ammo from the same pool of ammo type, giving you good reason to learn to effectively use multiple weapon types and to consider whether or not running and blasting is necessarily your best option. Weapons are also heavily modifiable, which can completely change how they function and what purpose they serve you in your particular playstyle. Numerous effects can be added to weapons, including target piercing, homing, additional projectiles, and a plethora of other effects that can be used to inhibit and end the opposing forces. And minor spoiler, you can get a mech-sized chainsaw and run around turning the local wildlife into finely cut fillets. And as a bonus, each level of upgrading makes the weapon bigger and bigger, with the top tier chainsaw being of a size that would make Leatherface blush. I could spend all day describing the game to you, and it still wouldn't do it justice. You just gotta experience it for yourself. It has a regular price of $29.99 on PSN. This footage is from PS5. And at the time of the making of this video, I believe it's on sale for $17. It's worth 10 times that and is easily some of the best money I've ever spent on a game. And for the big bonus, Exor is currently working on co-op multiplayer for the game. Alright, the rest of the video is going to be some combat footage for those of you that want to see some more. Check it out. It's a great game. Bye, y'all.
Wind has stopped. This will affect wind turbine power generation. Watch out, Ashley. This island is heavily fortified.
They're not making it easy, are they? Let's clear it out and set up our own fortress.
From all Exmorph presence. We should build up an outpost as soon as...
attack.
Runabout walls is being destroyed.
I'm tracking a swarm of fast-moving objects across the sky. It's a meteor shower. Prepare for bombardment. These rocks can do some serious damage. Evasive maneuvers, Mr. Riggs. The rock rain is over. That was intense.
Threat neutralized.
This will buy some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ upgrade.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
Moving in on our base. They are almost upon us. Base is under attack. Wall destroyed. Tower destroyed. Base is under attack.
attack.
There is a breach in our walls. An energy connector has been destroyed.
A building has been destroyed.
Wall destroyed. Base is under attack.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
Threat neutralized.
This will buy us some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ upgrade.
One of our walls has been destroyed. Danger! An enemy swarm is approaching our base. Brace for combat.
dense dust storm visible on the horizon.
The dust storm is now at its peak. We have to wait this out.
Picking up speed. These strong winds can make our life easier. Wind turbines are spinning like crazy. Base is under attack.
Warning! A large group of creatures is gathering near our base. Prepare for an incoming attack. Has been destroyed.
An energy connector has been destroyed.
has been destroyed. Threat neutralized.
This will buy us some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ upgrade.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. One of our energy connectors has been destroyed. A building has been destroyed. Base is under attack.
Base is under attack. A building has been destroyed.